I met my wife at a costume party one Halloween. She came as a Slinky. That was her costume. I thought that's pretty clever. I'd like to talk to her for a little bit. But I remember the first time I saw her, oh my God, she was coming down the stairs. Wow. She's amazing. She's taking two at a time. She's really good. Had she not gotten stuck on the bottom step, I never would have talked to her. But you know what? It worked out. And we talked for like an hour. And finally got a little courage. I said, hey, you want to go upstairs? She goes, I can't. I'm a Slinky. I can't. But do you know, this is true, she went home that night and she immediately called her mother. She said, Mom, I just met the man I'm going to marry. And I went home and I told my wife, I said, hon, I just met the woman I'm leaving you for.
He was over one time for a promposal. He came over and walked right into my house without knocking like the goddamn criminal that he is. And he had a cake that said, may I cake you to prom? He also had 2 cupcakes. One said yes, one said no. And my daughter grabbed the yes cupcake. She's like, oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes. I'm so excited, yes. And I walked through and I grabbed the no cupcake and I slowly backed out of the kitchen. I was looking around the wall, watching their interactions. And finally, her boyfriend saw me and he goes, oh, hi. And I go, what do you mean, oh, hi? And he goes, well, you startled me. I'm like, I shouldn't have. I'm the homeowner. This is all my shit that you see. When you see this stuff, you should see me. Matter of fact, you ever come in here, see my stuff, don't see me, turn around, get the fuck out. And my daughter's like, Dad, can you stop being a jerk? And I just held up the no cupcake.
Someone said, he said, I don't believe in sex before marriage. I think that's a funny thing to say. Like I believe in it. I have seen it. It's happening. It's not a matter of belief, it's a fact. It's going on as we speak. I've seen it with my own eyes. I felt it with my own dick. It's a cold, hard fact. It's true. I have way more trouble believing in sex during marriage. That requires more faith.
The relationship that I ended earlier this year, that was the best part about it. We stayed together months after we should have, just because we had that sexual chemistry. It's a hard spark to walk away from. It's fun, makes you feel good about yourself. You know, I was getting my ego stroked daily. Like, how the fuck you walk away from that? It's so much fun. I knew with this girl, there was like a certain position I could put her in, and if I hit her with like the right move, just bow, then like, she couldn't handle that. Like, it was too much dick for her. She was like, oh, my stomach. And I'm like, shut up. Whatever. It is not in your stomach with your shallow guts. Whatever. I should call her.
I feel like it's time for me to take this lesson to a spiritual place, because this is what's in me. Some of us have been single for a long time only because we too damn picky. Some people call it settling. I don't call it settling. There's a better word. I call it just giving up. Just pick somebody. You don't want to be alone? Pick somebody. And stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. You are single because you are looking at people way up here when you should stay in your lane. I say that to my boys all the time. I'm like, what are you talking about? Fellas, we all got boys that be like, man, if Rihanna come in here, nothing, nigga, nothing. Ain't shit gonna happen if Rihanna bring her ass in here. She ain't gonna talk to you. You roll with me. You don't have no car. She ain't fucking with you. Nothing gonna happen. You gotta stay in your lane.
My favorite people to eavesdrop on are couples that are fighting in public. That's my favorite. Right? I'm in a couple, you guys are in couples, and we can admit when it's your fight, like we've all been in fights before, when it's your fight, that is no fun at all. Right? But when it's not your fight, when you're just out in society and you see two people having a hard time, isn't that the best reality show? Especially if you're with your person, if you're together, like, look at them, babe, look. Our love is stronger than their love, babe, look at. Let's go walk by them, let's walk by them. Kiss me right now, give me a kiss right now.
She also did the high school chorus, and that was after school, so I would go over there so I wouldn't have to have a babysitter. And she would have the chorus up on the risers, and I would be in the aisles doing cartwheels and back walkovers and splits and stuff, trying to get the high school boys' attention. I had crushes on all of them. They were up here singing their hearts out. It was hot. And I don't know, I was probably in like 3rd or 4th grade. You're a gymnast when you're young because you're unaware of the many ways that your neck can break. And there's a lot of benefits to being a gymnast. You know, you're strong, you're flexible, the leotards and stuff. My mom used to describe my legs as tree trunks, which I tried to explain was damaging. But now I love it. Yeah, you could parkour off these babies. I'm probably gonna end up doing a open leg casket. So, chorus is up here. I'm in the aisles. I have a huge crush on this baritone named Tim. And my mom makes the mistake of letting Tim babysit for me. Very dangerous. For him, my love language is sexual harassment. Most of the time he spent babysitting me was just like stiff-arming the top of my head. Like, while I was like, trying to touch his junk. We were an all-female household. I had curiosities. But Tim was very good to me. He took me to the gas station to get candy. He got me a stuffed elephant one year for my birthday. Point is, good guy. And then more, that could have been his laugh. Recently, I actually ran into Tim at the grocery store at Dorothy Lane Market. Some fans of the Killer Brownie. So Tim and I were catching up, and he's like, B, oh my gosh, it's been ages. And we were talking and chatting, and he was like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy for everything that you're up to. And then Tim asked me out on a date. Thank you. And I just looked at him and I said, if you didn't want me then.
No, I thought we had some bad marital moments. You throw a kid in the mix, whole nother ball game, you know? Middle of the night, you're just sleepwalking in to feed a baby again. I'm trying to put a bottle in a baby's mouth. I'm hallucinating. I'm seeing 3 of them. She's over there hooked up to a breast pump, whatever medieval mechanism that thing is. You know, just Does that hurt? My wife, I remember our wedding day. She floated down the aisle, angel among us, most beautiful thing I ever seen. Fast forward, she hasn't showered in days. They can get that long? They can. Y'all, I thought we had some bad moments, but you don't know it till she looks over you in that state. Do you even like to be around me anymore? Can we wait till sunrise at least? Can we wait?
So when I was a younger guy, man, I lived in a studio apartment, you know, one room with this other guy. And so our beds were real close to each other. The bedroom is the living room, is the kitchen, right? And so if you've ever lived in close quarters like that with someone before, and they were somebody who had a lot more sex than you did, there's probably a pretty good chance you had to pretend like you were asleep at least one time. And so I'm home on a Friday night, and my roommate comes in, and he's got this girl with him, gorgeous, 6 foot, super athletic. We all know her, super friendly, one of the funniest people I've ever met, truly a super successful lawyer. And they lay down in my roommate's bed. Oh, and she also happened to be deaf. Okay. Don't get ahead of me. Okay, here we go. All right. So, they're in the bed behind me, right? And I can hear them kissing, just. And then I can hear clothes rustling, just. And then they start to have sex. And I just hear. And I was like, is that bed haunted? Like, what the fuck? Are they trying to find a dolphin on sonar over there? What is going on? And then it started happening faster. It was just like, And I was like, well, I gotta get out of here. I don't like this at all. This is not making me comfortable, you know? So I tried to sneak out of the bed like a gentleman, you know? And my buddy was like, hey, don't go anywhere. He goes, if you leave, she's gonna know you can hear us and she's gonna get embarrassed and she's gonna leave. And I was like, dude, don't talk to me. When you're having sex with her. And he goes like this, he goes, she can't hear me. I was like, hey, I don't feel good. I gotta go, dude. I don't know, I don't like it.
Just saw a bear trap. Just stuck your head into it. All right. I don't know the answer. I don't know there is an answer. I did do some research online because I'm petty, and I learned something fun. I learned when two men get married, they have the lowest rate of divorce. Straight couples have a slightly higher rate of divorce, and lesbians have the highest rate of divorce. And my first thought was, well, it looks like we've isolated the driving variable here, huh? Sounds like a correlation. Mathematically, there are two of me, there'd be less riddles to solve. And listen, if you're a woman and that offends you, I understand, but you can't be mad at me. Those are the stats that comes from a real study that I cherry-picked to reinforce my preconceived notions.
A new dad's only solace is the occasional pity hand job. They're great. I mean, dude, hand jobs are our flowers, by the way. When a guy gets a hand job, we're like, oh my God, thank you. Aww. Wow. Women just like phone them in, man. You guys are like union laborers all of a sudden. Like, I got 15 minutes, come on, let's go. I'm not supposed to do this. Guys get all like, do you need lotion? It's like, yeah, that'd be great. Women you guys rub creams and stuff all over your bodies. When it comes time to give a hand job, it's like you're weighing fentanyl. You're like, is that enough? The little... There's sparks flying off my dick. I'm like, yeah, that's fucking awesome. A rule of thumb, if you can't hear it, it's not enough. It should sound like wet shoes, specifically. That's your target.
My wife right now at this very moment could text her girlfriends. I feel ugly. Send it off. You know how you are, ladies. 1 minute later, every single girlfriend has replied, no, you not. You a queen. Shine bright like a diamond. Yeah. Fellas, we don't support each other like that. I can't text my guy friends, I feel ugly. They'll be like, you are ugly, mother. And you smell like too.
I have a wife. And she has one too. Yeah, I just found out she's gay, and I think it's cool. Should have known the signs were there. She was always talking about getting a Subaru while I was going down on her. And we met here in Los Angeles. This is the place that we fell in love. Thank you. We met at a bowling alley. We met at Chateau Lanes. You guys know that? Yeah, we met at Chateau Lanes. We met at an event called Les Bowl. I'm very embarrassed to tell you that. Okay, I tried to hide that for a long time. And my friends are like, no, you should not be embarrassed about that. That is a modern day lesbian love story. Yeah, and to be fair, every lesbian love story is a modern day lesbian love story. Yeah, but I'm very embarrassed about us meeting at Les Bowl because I have to explain that to my grandkids one day. Like, I have to be like, where did I meet Grand Dyke? I don't know what we're gonna call each other. We're workshopping some names, but Grand Dyke sounds awesome. Where did I meet Grand Dyke? Well, we met at Les Bowl. She put 3 fingers in that bowling ball and I knew she was game. They were the right fingers. She wasn't even wearing a wrist guard, which is basically raw dogging in my community.
You guys are a gorgeous couple too. Just dating or married?
Dating.
Nice. Not engaged or anything even. It's pretty new.
No.
Not new, but not engaged.
I didn't mean to put that pressure on you, sir. How long?
2.5 years.
Oh, that's not. That's supposed to get married. How old are you? You're young.
28.
Yeah, you don't have to get married. How old are you, miss?
24.
Oh, yeah, you're not ready yet. No. Were you like a raging whore from like 22 backwards? Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow, dude, I should stop doing this because the guy just went. Wow. There's a track list of names this guy yells out in arguments a lot. Oh, yeah? Why? Is that what Mike would have done? Well, I'm not him. What's your background? You look very exotic.
I get that a lot.
But you're not?
No.
Just plain old white shit?
Filipino.
Filipino?
Yeah, it's just the
That's
red hair.
pretty exotic. It's a pretty exotic. I think it's legal to fuck an 8-year-old tranny there. I think that's above board. That could be like, it's like that or Topgolf. My shoulder's a little sore. Let's do the tranny thing. Filipino, that's where donkey shows and fucking passable trans people come from. Hell yeah, she's Filipino. If she was a guy, if I found out last minute, I'd still do it. I'd look her in the eye the whole time. I'd be like, if you fucking tell people, I swear to God. I'm like, yo, be a bro. I'm gonna jerk you off, you gorgeous asshole, but... Don't kiss me on the face when I'm holding your wiener. No, she's no man. Filipino. That is exotic. What do you do? Boat dealership money? Yeah. Yeah, just regular white shit.
I work in solar.
You work in solar? That's cool, I think. It's environmental. Do you build solar panels?
I used to install them.
Hang on, a lady back there, that deserved it. She said ass solar. She said it, I was like, how did I not think of that? This guy's a real assholer. And you two met where? When you were bringing electricity to her parents' village? No, look! Sun, bring energy! They're all carrying people in wheelbarrows.
I've been faking heart attacks around my apartment just to test my girlfriend's response time. Madison, I haven't made it once. Yeah, I'm 0 for 16 on the Widowmakers at the Foley household. I asked my girlfriend the other day, I was like, what would you do if I suddenly died? She's like, I don't know, probably sleep in the middle of the bed. Okay, I was hoping for lifelong celibacy, but all right. I guess I'll cancel the trip to Fort Lauderdale next weekend. I am in a serious relationship. I live with my girlfriend. She's real. Yeah, we fight a lot. We do. We fight. But I think that's healthy. Don't listen to psychologists or your family or friends. Fighting's a part of the relationship. Like, to really be in love, you gotta hate the motherfucker just a little bit. You really do. That's what keeps you coming back. Like, you're just gonna do things that drive each other crazy. Like, something my girlfriend does that I can't stand is she talks during movies. And something I do that my girlfriend can't stand is I pee on the floor a lot. I'm gonna say that again. I pee on the floor a lot. Like, I do it a lot of times, and when I do it, a lot of pee comes out. Like, I pee on the floor a lot. And the one thing about peeing... Hold on. I'm 47, all right? And young guys, don't let the old guys get in your head. Don't listen to that bullshit. Oh, you better enjoy it now. When you get older, it stinks. It's not. It's actually pretty awesome. Like, do you know what the best part about being a 47-year-old man is? It's the peeing. The best pees of your life are in your 40s, fellas. I'm telling you, like, you know they say women reach sexual maturity in their 30s? Men reach peeing maturity in their 40s. That's as good as it's ever gonna get again. Now, the having to pee, that's brutal. In your 20s and 30s, it's like, oh, I gotta pee. In your 40s, it's, I gotta pee! And you barely make it to the toilet, you barely get your pants undone, but then you get this nice, thick, powerful stream. Ooh, that literally feels like 2 weeks vacation. You feel like you're dipping your toes into the sands of the Bahamas, just like, ah. And it's going everywhere, but you don't give a fuck. And every once in a while, you get this magic fart that comes out halfway through. Whew. Remember when your dad did that shit when you were a kid? You were like, oh my God, is he a Jedi? How did he do that? Best piece of your life, I'm telling you. It's almost as good, and I say almost as good, as jerking off when you have a fever. No, Madison, we don't know about this? Fellas, do yourselves a favor. The next time you got a real high fever, like I'm talking 104, 105, right before you go to the emergency room, just knock one out real quick. I'm telling you, it's like getting free Molly. Dude, you feel like you're coming out of a warehouse at 7 a.m. like, God damn, that DJ was all right. But yeah, me and my girlfriend, we fight. We fight. And I'm okay with that. I just wasn't ready for what we were gonna fight about. The things that couples fight about on a daily basis, it blows my mind. Like when I was a little kid, if somebody would have came up to me in class and been like, Henry, listen, I have great news for you. In 20 years, you're gonna meet the love of your life. You're gonna move in with her. You're gonna build a life with her. And then on some random Wednesday night, you're gonna be in a full-scale death match with her over how many paper towels you use. I would have hung myself on the ropes in gym class. That's what I'm getting yelled at for as a grown man, how I clean up Greek yogurt. That's what I'm taking heat for. Because my girlfriend can take a regular square of a paper towel and she can clean Afghanistan with it. I use paper towels the way a baby gorilla would use paper towels. Me and my girlfriend have been traveling a lot together lately. We've been together 7 years. And I've noticed there's a huge difference between traveling in the beginning of a relationship as opposed to, say, 7 years in. In the beginning, it's fun, it's adventurous, it's exciting. We're going to go away together. We're going to have such a great time. And after 7 years, all a vacation becomes is, yo, let's go fight in another country. Yeah, let's get an away game under our belt. Take this freak show on the road, baby. There's always a fight. There's always a fight, man. I'm telling you. There's an eye roll at security gate. You know, there's a little tension at the baggage carousel. It's almost like my girlfriend woke up one morning and was like, you know, I've never been in an argument in Boston before. Oh my God, Hank, what do you say we go up to the Paul Revere house and we embarrass ourselves like two complete animals over who lost the hotel room key? That'll be a fun weekend, right? That's a good way to put $1,200 on the Capital One card. What do you say, Hank? Let's go. We got into a fight at the Eiffel Tower. Lowest point in our relationship. Neither one of us had ever been to France, never been to Paris. Everyone's up there looking out of this beautiful city, and me and her are up against the wall doing the quiet fight. You ever try to do some slick shit and do the quiet fight? Yeah, you feel like a baseball manager pulling the pitcher off the mound. Just like, yeah, let's not do this right now. No, come on, don't do this here. I'm telling you right now, don't do this here. You do this here, I'm going back to the hotel. I'm getting my shit and getting the next fucking plane. Do not do this here. You're the one who wanted to come here. I wanted to go to Fort Lauderdale. Do not do this here. There was an old Norwegian guy that just turned his binoculars to watch us fight. Yeah, the fat one's getting yelled at. This should be good. And I didn't mean to throw the Capital One card thing in your guys' faces. I apologize. Yeah, I have a Capital One card. Let's not make a big deal about it, all right? Stop. We're just like regular people. We really are. Our credit score is just a lot lower. That's really the only difference. Because Capital One is the shittiest credit card ever invented. It's the only credit card I've ever had that emails me 15 times a day to refer a friend. They're real thirsty over there at Capital One. Other credit card companies don't do that. American Express is never going to call you up in the middle of the night and be like, hey, you know anybody? You seem like a real smart guy over there. How would you like to pay your rent and gift cards this month? Give me a call back. I'm at a payphone. What the fuck? I know I'm not going anywhere, though. I know I'm locked in with this relationship. I'm hanging on to her like grim death. I figured this out a couple weeks ago because she was away and I was home by myself, and I hate being by myself, man. And I did something that I've never done that everybody told me that I had to do. I took myself out on a date. You ever done that? Just taking yourself out to dinner? Never did it. All my friends are like, oh my God, you got to do it. It's such a rewarding experience. You get to connect with yourself. You get to spend time with yourself. It's a really, really healthy experience. And I got to be honest with you, I never felt like a bigger fucking loser in my life. Like, I don't know what it feels like to be married, but I got a pretty good idea what it feels like to be divorced. Just a fat guy sitting at a Greek restaurant with a whole Bronzino in front of him. The server kept coming up to me like, are you waiting on somebody, buddy?
The other day I was home and I said to my wife, I'm gonna go out for a walk. And she's like, oh, that seems nice, I'll come along with you. And I was like, damn it. What? But she wanted to come, so we go out for the walk, and while we're out walking, she accuses me of checking out another woman. I don't know about any of you, but when I walk, I need to see where I'm going. And I was just seeing where I was going. And I saw that I want to go home with that other woman. It seemed better. Afterwards, she said to me, it doesn't bother me that you check out other women. It bothers me that you're obvious when you do it. Be more discreet. So now I hide in bushes wearing camouflage. Out of respect. I go home after the show, and when I go home, she'll be there. She's there a lot. She is. Here's the thing. The most important thing about having a wife is you got to give her attention. That's it. Because if you don't, she's going to seek that attention from somebody else. And man, that'd be great if someone else could chip in. She is time consuming. Having a wife, it's difficult. She says things, that's the tough part for me. The other morning, we woke up. First thing she says, "Can you believe it's about to be August?" That was her opener. And she didn't mean it rhetorically. She was looking at me like she wanted to talk about it. How do I respond? I'm like, it's been coming up after July for a while. I was expecting it. I'm surprised it caught you off guard. We're doing good. We're making progress. We got in a fight actually today, and this is the first time ever I won the fight. Thank you. I punched her in her face, and I went old school with it. We had our problems. We almost got divorced a couple years ago, and we went to marriage counseling. You all probably could have guessed that by some of these jokes, but yeah, we went to marriage counseling, and it saved us. It saved our entire marriage. I don't recommend it. I was almost out. In the early goings, we had to see our therapist one-on-one. And during my one-on-one session, he told me that I suffer from marriage PTSD. I didn't know that, but you could get PTSD for marriage. And he goes, you could join a support group for that. But I'm not gonna do that, yeah. You can't show up to a PTSD support group with marriage PTSD. I just imagine they're going around like, what brings you here? And the guy next to me goes, 2 tours in Iraq. And I'm like, I feel you, 10 years with Allie. Yeah. He'll be like, that's not the same. I saw people die in front of my eyes. I'm like, I die a little bit each day. So, anyway, but we don't go to marriage counseling anymore. And it's not because we're fixed. We found out our therapist is divorced. Yeah, I found out in therapy. I'm like, oh, so you're happily married? He goes, actually, I'm divorced. I hope that doesn't change anything. I'm like, that changes everything. I just grabbed my wife. I'm like, let's get off this guy's couch. She sleeps on it. Thank you. Thank you very much. But, yeah, we're doing all right now, I think. You know, we talk before bed. She likes to do that. Before bed the other night, she's like, I want you to know I tell you 100% the truth. I'm like, I want you to know I tell you 100% the truth. And that was a lie. Because here's the thing, you have to lie about a couple of things. This is something I lied about recently. We were walking to our car. I was the last one to use it. And as we were walking, I realized I left it on. Keys were in the ignition. Engine was still running from the day before. It's not something I want her to know I did. She'll hold that against me forever. And as we're walking her, she's like, is our car on right now? And I was like, yeah, it is, because our car, it picks up on your body heat and could just start up. And she's like, our car can do that? I'm like, yeah, 2008 Ford Fiesta can do anything it puts its mind to.
I do actually want to try and keep the magic alive with Chad for as long as I can. And my ex and I got pretty gross together toward the end. He and I always lived in a place that only had one bathroom, and he would go in there and take 45-minute man shits. And I finally asked him, I was like, hey, why does it take you so long to do that? And he goes, well, my doctor told me that it's bad to push, so I don't push. I just sit and I let it fall out. I was like, what are you, a geisha? What are you trying to take these dainty shits for? You're a man. Just grab onto something, fire it out, get the fuck out of there. We can't wait for the stars to align, Mulan. It's Sunday, we got errands to run. Go, get out. So he went in there one day for one of his sessions. And I knew it was going to be a session because I could hear him lock the door, which he always only did for number 2. And I didn't know why. I think I know now. I think you dudes have this poo phobia that while you're sitting there all vulnerable, you're afraid we're going to like bust the door down and jump on your lap and start tickling you. I'm not Steve-O. Why would I do that? I would never do that. So he's in there, door locked, and on this day, our buttholes had synced. And I was like, oh no. Because I have IBS, so when I gotta go, I gotta go. So I texted him, and I was like, hey, I'm about to shit my pants. Siren emoji. Fire emoji. Making it crystal clear. He doesn't respond. I can hear his phone get my text, and I hear him just swipe out of it and continue to watch Parks and Rec. I'm like, you motherfucker. So now I realize I do not have access to a toilet, and I've got some demons coming down the chute. I am in apocalypse survival mode. So I start frantically looking around our apartment for a substitute toilet. The first thing I see is the kitchen sink. I know. Right away I was like, too high. It's a lot of gymnastics I'm not qualified for. Next thing I see is my ex's favorite hat, which emotionally felt like the right choice, because I was ready to soft serve him some piping hot justice. But I was like, ooh, that's a small surface area. I'm not confident in the aim. You guys know how I feel about urine samples. It's like, if you can't pee in a cup, you can't poop in a hat. That's a Dr. Seuss book we all grew up with. Everybody knows you can't do that. And so I looked, and I had to shit in an empty cardboard Amazon box in my own living room like an old homeless man. That changes you as a person. I was just squatting and crying. Our cats walked up to me and booped noses. I was like, get out of here, go. They just watched me from the corner with giant eyes. They're just looking at me like, oh, you are one of us. Neat. And after I was done, I told my friends what had happened, and they were all like, why don't you just poop in your cat's litter box? And I was like, because I'm not trying to dominate them for the rest of their lives. Do you understand what a deranged power move that would be? To just bring the heat like that? Just dunk on them? That would be like if you shit in your baby's diaper. Your child would be taken from you. There are rules to this life. But I tell you guys this to tell you, I've been trying to hide that version of me far away from Chad. I don't ever want Chad to meet gross Kelsey, right? In warehouses, you know, they have those signs. It's like 32 days since last workplace incident. Well, I have a tiny one in my heart that says 1,842 days since I shit in a box. I'm trying to keep that number very high. But when Chad and I moved in together last year, we celebrated, we went out, we drank a bunch of tequila, and then the next morning, I got Chipotle. Bad choices. And we went back to our new place, and I went into one of the bathrooms to do my business. But it's a new bathroom to me, so I turned on what I thought was the fan. Turns out it was the heater. That's not what you want. That takes a normal number 2 smell and turns it into a Woodstock 99 porta potty. Immediately. And so I'm in there sweating and panicking. I'm like, oh, fuck. And I finish up and I walk out and I close the door behind me, which is the universal sign for give it a sec. No one needs to go in here for the next 2 to 49 hours. Change your plans, change your route. Chad completely ignores this major sign that I'm throwing up at him. He just blows right by me and walks in there to get a Kleenex. My brain in slow-mo was like, don't go in there. And he came out and I was like, I am so sorry. Could you smell things? And he goes, I couldn't smell anything. You're fine. And I was like, oh, thank God. You might want to take a COVID test. Actually, don't waste a test. You have COVID. My asshole was the test, and you failed. And that's when Chad goes, I'm just kidding. I could totally smell that. Do you see the tears streaming down my face? God damn it.
You know, some people are tricky to buy for birthdays and things. If you have somebody in your life like this, then listen up. This next thing might be useful for you. We've got a birthday rule. Our birthday rule is that if it's your birthday, you get to make all of the decisions all day for both of you. So my fella's last birthday, his first decision, he said, I want a lie-in. Excellent, happy with that. We had a lie-in. Second decision, he said, I want a sausage sandwich, which was not the euphemism I was hoping it was. I was all like, should I be the bread? Oh, you're putting the grill on, okay. Third decision, he wanted to go to Warwick Castle. Now, I'm sure some of you may well have been to Warwick Castle. I'm sure the castle part of it is an absolute delight. We didn't get to do that bit. The only bit he wanted to do was the dungeon. He likes reading horror stories. He likes watching horror films. I don't like any of that sort of thing. I don't like being scared. I'm not a massive fan of the dark, if I'm brutally honest. I'm a bit of a wuss. And I thought this whole experience is going to be horrible for me. But birthday rules, we have to go. So we go to Warwick Castle, and at the door to the dungeon is a man. And the man has fake blood on his face and hands and is dressed in some sort of costume. And being a little claustrophobic as I am, I thought this is about to include two of the things I hate the most. Enclosed spaces and fucking actors. Because it wasn't like a museum, it wasn't just glass cases with things in to look at and little bits of writing that you don't bother reading because it's boring. It wasn't like that. It was properly interactive. Every room had a different scenario. There were volunteers required throughout, and there was always a chance that somebody was going to jump out and frighten the living shit out of you. Now, I knew I was going to hate it, and it was proved right as soon as we started to walk in. Now, one thing to point out as well, I guess these tours normally have 10 or 12 or 15 people on them all going around as one. I don't know why, maybe just because it was a Tuesday, but it was only 2 of us. So every time they needed a volunteer, it was me or him or both of us. And also, it was the final tour of the day. We'd overheard a couple of the actors talking outside, saying that if we hadn't turned up, they would have all been able to go home an hour early. So they already didn't really like us. Now we go down the stairs at the beginning, and I already hate it because it's dark, it smells funny, and there's sort of, the walls are kind of running with water. It's horrible. Birthday rules, we have to do it though. Now we go into the first room. The first room is quite well lit. It's not too bad. It's a courtroom, and there's a man playing a judge, and just me and my fella. We are both tried. I was tried for being a witch, rude, and he was tried for weeing in a well, apt. We are both sentenced to death, which I thought was a little harsh. But I thought, if it's all like this is going to be okay. Now, how wrong you can be. You go into the next room. The next room is completely pitch black. So dark you can't see your hand in front of your face. And it's also completely silent. Now, I'd been linked into my fella holding on for dear life. Somebody came up behind us who we couldn't see and just unravelled us and separated us, put him over the other side of the room. So I couldn't see him, I couldn't touch him, but every now and again I could hear him say, "You're going to be all right, you're going to be all right." Because he knew the state I was getting myself into, already starting to shake quite a bit. Now, they left us in the darkness and the silence for about a minute, and then a bright white light flashed, and an old lady screamed in my face. I don't know which bit of history that's supposed to represent, but it felt very much like Christmas with me nana. We go in another couple of rooms. They're quite scary, but not too bad. One of the scariest parts of the whole experience is just a corridor between one room and the next. But it was dimly lit, and there were horrific things everywhere we looked, until we realised halfway along that they were mirrors. At one point, I'd whispered to my fella, "That monster's got my top on." We go in the final room. The final room is a hospital room. There is a bed with a body on it, and the body I've already clocked is a dummy, so it doesn't mean it can't move, but at least it's not going to jump out at me. And a man walks in and addresses us both. And he says, "I'm not the doctor." So I went, "Okay." Then he went, "The doctor died of the plague." Ah. Then he went, "I'm the cook." And I thought, "Oh, snacks." Apparently not. He said, "I'm the cook and I'm replacing the doctor because I'm the only other one who knows about anatomy." So I just went, "Promotion, well done." And he walked forward and he stood just in front of me. And he was so close to me, I could feel his breath on my face. And he looked at me and he said, "You don't look very well." And I crumpled. I've just got a bit of a cold. And then he said, "I think you need some treatment." "I'm taking day nurse, and I've got some tunes in my handbag. Why don't you do it to him? It's his birthday." And then he said, "I think you need an operation." "Happy birthday to you, you shit!" He took me by the hand, he sat me on a seat, and he pulled around us both a very thin white muslin curtain. We are within the curtain. My fella is on the outside of the curtain. We are now the show. My fella is the only audience member. This whole fucking thing is just for him. The cook pulls out a knife, this sort of size, maybe like a dagger, and he shows it round the front of the curtain so my fella can see it really clearly. He brings it back round again, and he presses a button on the chair behind me, which is the sound effect of a woman screaming. Pulls out another knife, maybe like a machete, this sort of size, and again he shows it round the front of the curtain so my fella can see it. Brings it back round again, presses another button of a woman screaming. Now, by this stage, I am physically shaking from head to toe. My palms are sweaty, and I feel quite sick. But all I can think is, I wonder what we're gonna do for my fucking birthday. Because my birthday is after his, my birthday no longer becomes about what I actually might want to do, but about what he will fucking hate. The cook pulls out the final weapon. It's a scythe, huge like this. And again, he shows it round the front so my fella can see. He brings it back round again and presses the most blood-curdling scream of all. And I thought, I know this is fake, but I wonder what the expression on my fella's face is right now. And I could see him very clearly through the curtain. I looked at his face, and he was checking his phone for text messages. As we walked out, I said, I can't believe you were playing on your phone. He said, to be honest, I was just surprised I could get a signal down there. We got in the car to go home. I said, you know what we're going to do for my birthday? He said, no, I don't. What are we going to do for your birthday? I said, you know what we're going to do for my birthday? He said, I don't. What are we going to do for your birthday? I said, we're going to talk about our feelings for 9 fucking hours. As it happens, that's not what we did. My birthday rolled around a month later, and all I really wanted to do was wander around John Lewis. It's me happy place. Wanted to wander around the homeway section touching things. That's all I wanted to do. So we go to John Lewis, we're in the homeway section, but the whole time he is 3 or 4 paces behind me playing on his phone, and I thought, oh, this isn't fair. I was disemboweled on his fucking birthday. And I should have learned from earlier experience that it is not good to take shopping. On a previous occasion, we'd been in a different department store. I decided to look for a new dress. I picked 3 to try on, and I parked them. You know, you can park your fella either at the shoes, because there's seats there and they like that. Or you can park them at the fitting room, because then there's sometimes another fella there and they can make a little friend. So I parked him at the fitting room. I took 3 dresses in to try on. I came out after each one to show him. After the first one, I said, what do you think of this one? And he went, it's all right. Keep pumping out compliments like that and we'll not get this big head back in the fucking car. Went back in, came back on the second one. I said, this is the second one. What do you think of this one? And he went, it's nice. I feel so pretty. And back in, came back on the third one. I said, this is the best one. This is my favourite one. I've saved the best to last. What do you think of this one? And he went, yeah, you could wear that one outside. What did you think the other 2 were? Fucking 90s? So I should have learned from that experience, but I had not learned from that experience. We're now in John Lewis, in the homeway section, on my birthday, and he is 3 or 4 paces behind me, playing on his phone like a petulant teenager. And I turned around and I said, oh, this isn't on. He said, what's the matter with you? I said, no, this is my birthday. You need to pay attention. You need to be interested in things. You need to be present. And he said, sorry, love. And he put his phone in his pocket. He said, what are we looking at? Show us what we're looking at. And I said, I've been looking at the duvet covers and I found one that I liked. It was nice and bright and flowery. I said, I like this one. What do you think of that one? And he looked at it and he went, that's horrible. And I thought, well, I did ask for your opinion, I suppose. Maybe you should get your fucking phone out again. I said, I like it. What's horrible about it? And he looked at it again and he went, it's loud, it's gaudy, it's for children. And he must have seen my face just drop, because this is not what my birthday was supposed to be. And he wanted to fix it, because he is a lovely man after all. And he was so convinced that the next thing he said was going to make everything okay. He just went, it's very you though, love.
You know, I'm trying to be a better man these days. Try to be a better man. You know, a lot of negative publicity about men. You know, I'm married to a podcaster. She goes on these podcasts. A lot of women complaining that men think that sexual gratification... No, that came out wrong. I didn't think... I know, fucking women complain. They never stop, these fucking women. That's not what I was saying. You know? So it's some fucking women trying to laugh me into a problem there. I see what you're doing. No, they complain that, you know, men think that sexual gratification is a one-way street. And to be honest, guys, I'm sick of the negative publicity. We've had a bad run, okay? We need some positive PR. So guys, we gotta be better. We gotta start looking after women first. But ladies, please, you have to be patient with us. Because every woman is different. Every man is the same. You know, you don't need Google Maps with a man. You know? With a woman, you need Google Maps, because every woman is different. Every man is the same. You don't need Google Maps. A man is like the LIE. Get on it, don't get off it, you're in Riverhead. You can't fuck this up. Women, every time you meet a new woman, a whole new set of directions. You know? You meet one woman, you kiss them on the neck, they're like, oh, you got me. I'm saturated. Yeah, I know women. Women like to be kissed on the neck. You know, then you meet another woman, you kiss them on the neck, they're like, oh my God, I'm too ticklish, oh my God, don't touch me there. Recalculating route. You know, some women like to be slapped. You know, I'm not into it. I'm not into the slapping or the choking. You know, I've never understood the choking. It's always like, how close to death do you want to pretend to be? You know, but I'm not into the choking or the slapping, but I'll do it. I will do it. Ladies, I promise you, I will do whatever it takes to get you to your destination as fast as possible. Because the truth of the matter is, I'm waiting for you to get there every time. Every time I'm waiting. Like the minute you're there, boom, right behind you. I was waiting the whole time. I was waiting the whole time. I mean, I know it's a cliche, but it's worth repeating. The great difference between men and women is very simple. Women need to concentrate really hard to have an orgasm, and men need to concentrate really hard to not have an orgasm. You know, women are thinking of George Clooney in his 40s, and men are thinking of Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders debating health care. We need a single payer system, a single payer system. Fucking Braveheart, you know? Hold. So slapping that shit's gonna get you there, I'm gonna slap it. You know? Not that I ever do it right, because I'm not into it, so I'm always like that, and they're like, no, fucking hit it. And I'm like, I don't want to hurt you. They're like, I want to be hurt, motherfucker, that's the point. So then you whack that shit thinking they're gonna be like, not that hard, but they're like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Wow. Yeah. And then you meet somebody else like, I know what you want. You want that. And they're like, I'm calling the police. Recalculating route. You have added 19 minutes to your journey. Police reported ahead. Well, that's a Waze joke. A lot of Long Island people in if you're clapping at the Waze joke. A lot of car people, you know? Be a great app, man. Waze for the bedroom. Think about it, you know? A lot of guys, they don't know what they're doing. Think about it, ladies. You're in a new relationship. You're with a guy. He doesn't know you, right? So he's doing shit you're not comfortable with. It can be hard to say it because guys can be sensitive. Like, I know, don't fucking tell me. I know what I'm doing. You know, and then a guy's not going to ask for directions, right? So cut out all the awkwardness. Waze for the bedroom. You've keyed in all the shit that you like. Tell him to turn on the GPS. Follow the instructions. You're happy. He's happy. Plus, awkward time of the month, Waze has got you covered. Lane closure reported ahead. Use the service road. That's an anal joke, Lithuania. That's an anal joke. And for the record, lady, just in case you're going to misjudge what I'm talking about here, I do not have a problem with period sex. I am not somebody who is a... Didn't realize we stepped on somebody's fetish here tonight. This guy, fucking redwings.com over here. But listen, I know that it can make some people uncomfortable, even though I never understand, because it's like something we all encounter in our lives. Like, we've all been in that situation where it's like, hey, I have my period, we can only fool around. It's like, fine, let's just fool around. 45 minutes later, fuck it, chuck a towel down, we can work that shit out. We've all had the reevaluation. Sex brings a lot of reevaluation. You know, it's just the way it is. It's like, hey, I don't have any condoms. Fine, let's just fool around. But I also appreciate that it can be, make people a bit squeamish. And truth be told, I wrote this routine like over a decade ago. And I actually stopped doing it for a long time because it would make crowds uncomfortable. But the reason why I started doing it again was about 6 years ago, my 15-year-old niece walked out of the bathroom. She said something quite open about her period. And I was like, whoa, Bella, too much information. And she was like, why?
I was like, uh-oh, 15-year-old feminist coming at ya. And then she ranted at me. She was like, why can't I talk about my period? Like all the guys in school, they talk about shitting and farting and jerking off, and it's fucking hilarious. Then I say something often quite funny about my period, and they're like, oh my God, that is disgusting. Like, what is so disgusting about 25% of my ovulating life? I can't joke about that. I mean, why do I have my period? Oh my God, I forgot. Is it for the existence of humanity? Why the fuck can't I talk about my period? I was like, amen, Bella. You talk about your period, and I'm bringing the period sex bit back into my show. That's right. But people are like, oh no, come on, man. Period sex is different. Not to me, right? Here's a news flash. Sex is disgusting. Yeah? Sex is disgusting all the time, but most of the time, you don't care. In the heat of passion, you don't care. Like if I'm on the subway and somebody sneezes near me, I'll be like, excuse me, into your elbow. When it comes to sex, secrete whatever you want. Couldn't give a fuck. Now I'm playing basketball and somebody spits at me, I'll never talk to them again for the rest of my life. You spit on me, you're not my friend ever again. Then I'll meet a stranger in a fucking nightclub. Couldn't give a fuck. Sex is disgusting. People are like, I know, Des, come on, period sex, that's different. Not to me. Moisture's moisture, that's what I say. Yeah? I don't give a fuck if it's color-coded, that's the truth. It's just a different color of disgusting. It's just a different color of shit you want off you approximately 60 seconds after you thought it was the best idea in the world to put it all over you. And women definitely know about that, because in the heat of passion, you like shit on you. You know? 1 minute into it, it's like, get it off, get it off, get it off. You're fucking limboing into the bathroom trying to keep it off the carpet. And this is very important, guys. All right? If you take nothing else from the show, please take this. Right? Period sex is one position sex. I can't have you doing it wrong. Right? I can't have all you guys going home being like, oh, that comedian says it's fine. See, fucking people get excited about period sex, I tell you. I can't have you doing it wrong. I can't have you all going home being like, oh, that comedian says it's fine. And then tomorrow, my Instagram DMs are full of crime scenes from all over New York City. I don't need CSI, Greenwich Village all up in my DMs, all right? So, listen, period sex is one position sex. You pick one position. I recommend woman on top. You pick it, you stick to it until you are finished, and then you do not disconnect until you are on a tiled area. This is very important. All right, so are we done? Okay, hold. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. You Space Invader into the bathroom, and then you disconnect. You have arrived at your destination. Unless, of course, you're in a hotel, then it is not your problem.